This house has an eastern exposure, so I get really beautiful sunrises, and that being the only time in the summer where it's worth getting out. That's a crepe myrtle up front. There's one on each side of the driveway. They require no care. Milos next door has 6 grapevines. They generally are much greener than this. My garden was a ignored flower bed. I kept all the mulch on the top. There was also a dog pen, and I used that in the back. I knew that I probably would have problems with deer, so I put some pumpkin seeds in the ground. That was actually from an organic pumpkin that I let rot and then pushed it into the ground a bit. That the I also have a bird area with a fruit fly feeder and a regular hanging feeder. The small birds knock the seed out and the big birds get down on the ground to get it. This is the porch, which would be on the north side, and it's got all of our patio furniture. It looks out uh, across this field and back. There's some petunias, and that was some very leafy cucumbers. It didn't make many cucumbers. I used rainwater whenever I could. However, by summer, it got pretty bad, and so we had to actually start using city water in all of the planters. These are purple hyacinth beans, and they thrive. As you can see, the summers set in, and if you didn't water it, you don't get any grass. The hip of the roof goes into a rain barrel on the porch, and that's hibiscus tea up there. I did get a few cucumbers, I think maybe 6. They were tasty, but certainly not worth all the water I spent on them. Those are vincas, and they're doing real well in some planters I got from a friend. I have everything as a self-watering planter. The little holes are the water below, and fortunately I have frogs in each one of them, and that takes care of any mosquitoes that might breed. I just put hay and stuff in the middle. It's thrown away at the local feed store. This is a hibiscus rosella that I brought in the beginning of summer. That's a Madagascar spinach, and it'll grow anywhere, anytime. It's just trying to figure out how you want to eat it. The roselle is what I'm most interested in right now. It makes a very beautiful dye, and don't spill it on your shirt, and a very tasty tea. We found it in Egypt, in Redzinger, in Elizabeth brought some up from her stay in Central America, and every Mexican grocer has a big pot of it. I guess they use it for some kind of drinks. I haven't caught up with anybody for particular things, just a cold tea probably. Um, you have to put deer fence around everything because the deer will come right up in your property, and my stuff definitely looks better. Okay, there's my sunrise. The sunset ain't that much.